well, my first memory of coming into the building is actually the audition. I don't think I'd been in the building before the audition, actually, and came in and was told to wait in an area, and then looked through my speech for about the millionth time, and then was called into this room off one of the corridors, and everything was very quiet and very serious, and not quite an environment I was used to, having done loads of comedy and stand-up, but always wanting to train properly as an actor. And so yeah, I remember that quite clearly, just the nerves, like really just the nerves. And having done stand-up, it didn't compare to sitting in a corridor waiting to be called. It's more than a job interview, it's really to do with your life and what you want to follow. So I was nervous and I just really wanted to get in, I suppose. And then, to my absolute amazement, got an offer of a place. So I don't know, maybe some people hadn't turned up, but not knowing much about Scottish theatre, playwrights, having changed my play at the last minute that I did, that I'd rehearsed, it kind of worked out, but I was very surprised but very pleased ultimately. I think one of my favourite productions was The Lost Ones, which we devised with Matt Lenton, who'd come in to do our kind of showcase piece. And that was just a brilliant experience, and we used music and just ideas, and Matt had brought in these short stories which he wanted us to base the production around. So it was great to do something that was really involving and you really felt part of the process. So I think that was what I was most proud of, and we all created that show, so we were all a part of it. And I think it really kind of brought our year group together, and then we performed at the Edinburgh Festival, and that show went well. And then we did the showcase in London, and it was a bit of a different show to do at a showcase. I think showcases are used to the monologue or the two-handers, but we put on a production and did a really good show, and a lot of us got agents from it. So that was great. And then Matt went on to use that as a basis for Vanishing Point and doing his show from it. So I think that was really worthwhile, and really it was really good fun. And again, it kind of, for me and for what I've gone on to do, is this sense of creating work is what I've always been really interested in, and I've not perhaps gone down the devised theatre route, but in terms of writing and ideas, that's what really kind of turns me on as a can I say practitioner? I've always wanted to say that. Yes! So no, that was really worthwhile, and I learned a lot from it as well. You think you're an actor because you've done a bit of Amdram theatre, and you think you can do that, and then you go into a setting which is essentially, and the academy is in preparation to become a professional in the arts, and you then become far more self-aware of where your strengths and your weaknesses lie. So I came in thinking I was okay at acting, I can do that, but you actually learn that there is a real craft and there's an art, and theatre is not saying lines but is physical, is mental, is professional in terms of your attitude and your approach and what you learn in terms of practice, and that is a massive thing. So you don't realise that until you come and do the course, and the MDRA course was at a level of kind of aimed at professional practitioners, and I wasn't at that level, but I suppose I was performing as a stand-up, and I was doing bits and bobs of theatre. But I think what I really learned was a sense of professionalism. I came in thinking that's what I wanted to do, and I left knowing that this is my career, this is my profession. And I think the course really helped me to see that it is possible, and with enough work you can do it. You learn how to interact with people, and that's such a massive deal. Like how you come across in meetings, how you come across in auditions is such a massive percentage of you getting that job. Being on time, all these kind of things that you kind of think, well, what's the big deal? I'm 10 minutes late. But if you're 10 minutes late continually for a production, or you're 10 minutes late for an audition, you're 10 minutes late for a meeting, all these things, and it seems like such an obvious thing to do, but at drama school, Alan would go mental if you were late. Like absolutely mentally, say, don't, get out, why are you late? And these are essential things. Like being professional is such a big thing, being able to communicate effectively. And a part of that was doing presentations, so we'd go away and we'd research plays. So and then even learning about how a presenter works helps you with maybe TV interviews that you do. You get just a much better understanding. So you're learning skills, you're learning real skills. There's always this kind of perception from, I think, the outside world, tree hugging and, drama school, this kind of airy-fairy approach to all the things, but they're not. They're skills that you learn, and in the academy you're learning professional skills that you're going to use in the outside world. And when I master those skills, I'm going to use them and get a really good job.